Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the New England Baseball Complex in Northborough, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's 18 and under summer baseball contest as part of the Summer Classic Tournament. Today's contest pits Brookline against the Connecticut Capitals. Brookline coming off a, I believe, 12-2 loss in 6 innings yesterday against the New Hampshire Prospects. They'll be hoping for a better result today, as we got a beautiful day for baseball here on this Saturday morning. Temperatures in the high 70s. Hardly a cloud in the sky. Just a beautiful summer day out here in Northborough. Should make for a fun game. And folks, remember, as always, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Brookline will have one more game in this Summer Classic Tournament tomorrow as they face off against Prime Orange at Doyle Field in Leominster tomorrow at 12:15. So be sure to stay tuned for that, as well as plenty of Lou Tompkins League action once Brookline gets back to their regular season for more games on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Subscribing to the channel can help. And as always, I encourage audience participation, either through the live chat here on YouTube, or if you're not comfortable with the live chat system, you can send me an email. I haven't gotten a roster for the Connecticut Capitals yet. I'm hoping one of the Brookline coaches will be able to text me that. If not, we'll just narrate by jersey number. And then the Capitals do seem to have some names on the back of their jerseys, so I might be able to fill in some more blanks as we go. You guys know me. I'll always do my best with the information I have available, and you know, if I don't have much, we fill it in as we go. For Brookline, I do have the starting lineup here today. Leading off for Brookline today, the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Batting second, the center fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. Batting third, the shortstop, number 7, Caden Sheehan. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 21, Ellis Martino. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 16, Noah Klein. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 2, Ben Cody. And not in the batting order, but starting on the mound for Brookline today, number 25, Will Buckles. So that is the starting lineup for Brookline. Will Buckles, a name that I called for the first time yesterday, as he came in late as a courtesy runner against the New Hampshire Prospects today, starting on the mound. So we'll see what kind of stuff he's got on the hill. As if we start on time here with our scheduled 10:15 a.m. start, then we'll be set to start in about 7 minutes. We get our first note in the live chat from Barbara Jo Metzger. Go Brookline from Grandma and my brother Mike in Buffalo, New York. Thank you as always for tuning in, Barbara and Mike. I hope you guys enjoy the game. And folks, remember, if there's anything you'd like to say in the live chat, it could be something as simple as Go Brookline, or, even Go Capitals if any Capitals fans happen to find this live stream. I always say we appreciate folks bringing the good vibes and showing support in the live chat regardless of who they're rooting for. It could be, maybe you want to give a shout out to a specific player. Or as Barbara did, maybe you want to tell us where you're tuning in from. That can be fun with these online live streams that can be watched all over the world. On a more serious side, if you notice any technical difficulties with the stream, either with the video or the audio, I encourage you to speak up and say something in the live chat. You never know, it may be something that I don't notice on my end, and it may be something that's an easy fix. And then, of course, if I am messing up any names, I encourage you to say so in the live chat so I can give these young men the best coverage I possibly can. We see Will Buchholz warming up in the bullpen for Brookline. Appears to be a lefty pitcher. We haven't seen many of those for Brookline. So it should be a unique look. Getting to see someone we have not seen before. We see the coach is meeting with the officials at home plate before we get this one started. And for Brookline, primary mission is keep this game as competitive as they can. Brookline, as a humble town team, has had a rough time competing in these tournaments against these private club teams at these summer tournaments. They went 0-4 at the Firecracker Sports 4th of July tournament. Kept one of the games close, but lost the other 3 games pretty handily. And of course, yesterday lost in a blowout to NHP 12-2. So while it's a higher level of competition that they would typically face within their own league, the goal here, as always, is just keep it competitive. I see the Capitals in batting helmets, which tells me they're going to be the visitors on the scoreboard today. And will bat in the top half of the inning. Brookline, for the second day in a row, they will be the home team on the scoreboard as they get ready to take the field. Out on the mound, we see number 25, Will Buchholz. I'm quite excited to see what he can bring, a pitcher I have not seen before. Always excited when we get to see a new face. See what he can do. Defensively around the horn, they have Noah Klein at first, Keenan Sawada at second, Mayfield-Sheehan at short, and Owen Hoffman at third. In the outfield, left to right, they have Ellis Martino in left, Devin Chin in center, Ben Rosenblatt in right field. And they have Ben Doctoroff completing the battery with Will Buchholz. Doctoroff was challenged quite a bit on the base paths yesterday against NHP, did manage to throw out 2 runners. Number of steals did get past him, and there were also a number of wild pitches, as not only did the pitcher sometimes struggle with control, but I also got the sense that Doctoroff might have struggled with the faster bounces of the turf field when compared to the grass fields that Brookline typically plays on. So here we go. We set up to start this ball game. First pitch from Buchholz. Hits the zone. Strike 1. And this one's a bouncer up the middle, past a diving Sawada into center. And it's a leadoff single for number 1, Dimena. So Dimena at first with a leadoff single. Like I said, we'll fill in the blanks as we go with the Capitals roster. First pitch to the new batter is high for ball 1. You can see Dimena dancing off of first. With Buchholz being a lefty, he has a slight edge for a potential pickoff throw. as that one comes in high for ball 2. So you see Demena moving back to first out of concern for the potential pickoff throw from Buchholz, but you also see Buchholz throwing high to try and give Doctoroff a more favorable position to throw down to second. But he's running out of chances to hit the zone here. 3-0 the count. And that's going to be a low ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk. That puts runners at first and second. This is number 2. As number 21 comes to the plate. First pitch, he skies it foul and out of play. Number 2's name is Senecal. Oh, and 1, the count to number 21, and he lifts one out to right. That's going to drop in fair. Runner's going to come around third, and the Capitals are on the board off an RBI single from number 21. Having a little trouble reading the name on the jersey for number 21, but it looks something like Fangolio. As he gets an RBI single to right. This one, a line shot out to left, misjudged by the left fielder. It goes over his head. This will be extra bases. 1 run comes in. Fangolio holds at third, and the cleanup hitter, who does not have a jersey number, will get an RBI double. Infield pulled in now with runners at second and third, and nobody out as this pitch in there, strike 1. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 the count to number 7. And this one, a deep shot out to left center. Chin is under it for the first out of the inning, but Fangolio is going to trot home. An attempted pickoff at second, but the man with no number does dive back safe. It'll be 1 out and a 3rd run in for the Capitals on a sac fly. Runner at second now, 1 out as up comes number 6. First pitch hits the zone, strike 1. That one comes in low fastball, ball 1. That one curves in, strike 2. 1-2 the count to number 6. Runner at second, 1 down. The Capitals already lead Brookline 3-0. This one sliced out of play. Number 6 stays alive with a 1-2 count. Gets jammed inside and fouls it off. Still 1-2. Bat actually flew out of his hands, but thankfully it just flew over to the backstop. So no danger to anyone on that. That one misses low and away, ball 2. And hits a chopper over to second, sliding snag by Sawada, throws to first for out number 2. Man with no number does advance to third on the ground out, but now 2 down in the inning. First pitch, high fastball, ball 1. That one skips in the turf, ball 2. That one catches the high corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count, 2 down, runner at third. Capitals up 3-0 here in the top of the first. And gets fooled on the curveball there. Strike 2. 2-2 the count to number 25. And he gets a piece of it and stays alive at 2-2. Ooh. Looked like that one was going to come in high, but the ump says it curved into the high corner for strike 3. So Buchholz survives his first inning on the mound, but the Connecticut Capitals jump out to an early lead. As we move to the bottom of the first, the Capitals lead 3-0. So the pitcher for the Capitals is number 14, Gunther. He'll be facing the top of the Brookline order, Sawada, Chin, and Sheehan. right, we start the bottom of the first. Leading off for Brookline, the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch, hits a hard grounder over to second, fielded cleanly by Senecal, and throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. A pitcher's best friend, the 1 pitch out. And now batting, the center fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. First pitch high, ball 1. Shows bunt, lays it down. Gunther charges in, throw to first, not in time. Devin Chin lays down the bunt single. The speed of Devin Chin and laid down that bunt perfectly. Runner at first now with 1 out for Brookline. Now up the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. First pitch lifts 1 out to right. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Brookline as that throw sort of got away, but Chin opts to hold at second. Some very quick at-bats to start here. And Brookline manages to generate back-to-back base hits. Now batting the third baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. First pitch in the zone, strike 1. That one skips in the turf, ball 1. He hits a high bouncer up the middle, fielded by Senecal, tag second, throw to first, not in time for the double play. And so a fielder's choice will get the second out of the inning, but not end the inning, as Chin advances to third. Now batting with runners at the corners and 2 down, the left fielder, number 21, Ellis Martino. First pitch inside, ball 1. That pitch also misses inside, ball 2. Gunther does have a base to give here. So a walk, not the biggest problem. But he'd certainly prefer to get it in the strike zone like that pitch. Count now 2-1. Hoffman takes off. Pitch skips in the turf, and Hoffman down to second unopposed. So 2 runners in scoring position now, a 3-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2, full count. One strike away from the inning ending, one ball away from loading the bases, one base hit to the outfield away from Brookline getting on the board here in the bottom of the first. And Martino pops it to the short, and it's caught by number 7 for out number 3. So Brookline threatens but cannot score. And at the end of 1, it's the Connecticut Capitals 3, Brookline 0. Got another note in the live chat from Uncle Peter out in Denver. Hi, Jesse. Woke up early to watch the game. Go Brookline, go K-Man. Happy to see you tuning in, Peter, and happy to know that watching these broadcasts is worth getting up early on a Saturday morning. Especially considering that it's a little earlier for you out there in Rocky Mountain time. Will Buchholz back on the mound. It was a tough first inning for him. But you know what? Outside of a 4-pitch walk to Senecal, I don't mind, if a pitcher, necessarily gets rocked. Like, it's tough, but, like, at least he's throwing strikes. At this level, you got to be able to throw strikes. Got to be able to just play the percentages and ultimately get those outs. That first pitch catches the low corner on a curve. Strike 1. At the plate is the third baseman, number 99. And that one he gets jammed inside, fouls it off, strike 2. Oh, that one hit him. A 2-strike count undone by a hit-by pitch. And number 99, Wyszynski, trots down to first with a free pass. Now batting is the left fielder, number 9. Takes one low for ball 1. Hits a hard liner through the left gap. Clean single for number 9, La Rosa. Runners at first and second to start the inning for the Capitals. First pitch curves in, strike. What the? Oh. Sorry about that. This one's a hard grounder, chased down by Sheehan, throws to first, and gets Wyszynski on the fielder's choice as Demena will reach first on the 6-5 fielder's choice at third. So 1 out. Now up, the second baseman, number 2, Senecal. His last time up, drew a 4-pitch walk, and this first pitch from Buchholz is going to miss high and away for ball 1. So La Rosa at second, Dimena at first. And that one comes in low, ball 2. Buchholz struggling to find the zone against Senecal. But that one's down Broadway for strike 1. 2-1 the count now. Runner taking off for third. And they throw down to second to get Dimena. He took second base for granted. They flip to first, and he slides under the tag. Sawada was too preoccupied, worried about La Rosa going home. And so in the end, that simply turns into a steal of third for La Rosa. Pitch itself was ball 3. Tough situation for Brookline, almost a really smart play by Doctoroff. As now Dimena takes off, and the ball's popped up into shallow center. Charging in to take it his chin. Runner tags, heads for home, and he beats the throw home. Dimena had to retreat back to first on the attempted hit and run, but the sac fly from Senecal will bring in La Rosa for run number 4 for the Capitals. Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Fangolio. That curveball dips low, ball 1. Now Dimena takes off for second. It's a high ball thrown down to second, close, but Dimena with good speed slides in and takes second. So runner at second now. Oh, it's a 1-1 count. I misread the count, as that's going to be a low ball 2. Fangolio, his last time up, got an RBI single to right. He's got a runner in scoring position for him once again. That one skips in the turf, ball 3. There is a base to give at first, would create a force, so a walk, not the worst thing in the world in this situation, but with 2 outs, you prefer to attack the batter. But it's going to be a walk for Fangolio. There will be a force at every base except home, as up comes the man with no jersey number. Last time up, the numberless player got an RBI double to left. He was ultimately left stranded at third. That's a high ball. Doctoroff thought about a throw back to second, but decided against it. Dimena at second, Fangolio at first. Then now it's a throw back to second. Dimena gets back safely. That was a high ball 2. Or, no, the scoreboard shows 1-1. Domenic going for third, and it's lifted out to left. Martino tracking it, and he's got it for the third out of the inning. The Capitals put one more run on the board, and we move to the bottom of the second with the Capitals leading 4-0. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Brookline: Doctoroff, Klein, and Rosenblatt. Number 14, Gunther, back on the mound for the Capitals. Gave up a couple of singles to Brookline in the bottom of the first. A bunt single by Chin, and a looped single out to right by Sheehan, but ultimately Brookline unable to score. Leading off for Brookline here in the bottom of the second, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. First pitch in there, strike one. Doctoroff lifts one into shallow left, tracked by the shortstop, number 7, for out number 1. Doctoroff tried to sit on that curveball, but ended up swinging a little too low, sliced it high for the pop-up. Now batting, the first baseman, number 16, Noah Klein. That one in the zone, strike one. Klein lifts one out to right, and a huge catch by number 25, Levesque, as that one almost went over his head, would have gone for extra bases, but Klein gets robbed by the outstretched glove of the Capitals' right fielder. So 2 down, and now up comes the Brookline right fielder, number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. First pitch in the zone, strike one. Gunther, a very efficient pitch-to-contact pitcher, and that approach has been working very effectively for him so far against Brookline. As he hits the zone there, strike two. That one does not curve enough, comes in high, ball one. That one hits the zone for strike 3. So right as I talk about how effective the pitch-to-contact approach has been for Gunther, he gets his first K of the day. Brookline goes down in order, and through to our score, Capitals 4, Brookline 0. For the Capitals, it'll be number 7, number 6, and number 25, Levesque, coming up in the top of the third. All right, we start the top of the third, leading off for the Capitals, the shortstop, number 7. First pitch curves in, strike 1. Last time up, number 7 hit a sac fly to center, scoring the Capitals' third run of the first inning. Here he hits a high bouncer, and it's just foul up the third base line. I was surprised when I didn't see number 7 taking off running. Must have known that was a foul ball. That's going to be a high ball 1. And he lines a shot out to left. That's going to go down the line. Chance for extra bases here, as he races down to second with a leadoff double. So a runner at second to start the inning, and now batting the catcher, number 6. First pitch misses low and in, ball 1. Number 6, his last time up, grounded out to second. Now up with a runner at second and nobody out. That one skips in the turf for ball 2. You know, it's rare that you see the catcher being the tallest guy on the field. Usually in baseball, the guys with tremendous height are used on the mound or at first base. You know, with catcher, you usually want a guy a little lower to the ground. But number 6 proving an effective catcher even with the extra height. That one hits the zone. 3-1 now, the count to number 6. And fouls that one off into his own dugout. Strike two. Slices it again, stays alive with a full count. And fools him with the curveball, strike three. That one just dropped off the table to the outside corner, and Buchholz fooled him and gets the first out of the inning. Now batting, the right fielder, number 25, Levesque. Levesque went down on strikes to end the first inning his last time up. After that foul ball, it's an 0-1 count. Buchholz takes a step off the rubber to check on the lead runner at second. Does not make a throw. Runner going for third, but Levesque fouls it off again, strike two. Runner going for third again, whiffs on the bunt, and that's strike three. Regardless of whether he got a piece of it or not, he goes down on strikes. Number 7 does successfully steal third, but now 2 down. As up comes the third baseman, number 99, Wysinski. That one skips in the turf, well blocked by Doctoroff, ball 1. It's not the biggest distance between home plate and the backstop here at this field at the New England Baseball Complex, but a wild pitch still runs the risk of number 7 coming home. Wysinski hits a grounder over to second, fielded by Sawada, thrown to first, and that'll be out number 3. Buchholz doing better with each inning, gives up 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and 0 in the third. We move to the bottom of the third. The Capitals still leading Brookline 4-0. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Brookline, Cody, Sawada, and Chin. Leading off for Brookline here, the last batter to face Gunther for the first time today, the designated hitter, number 2, Ben Cody. First pitch in there, strike 1. Puts a little movement on that one, gets strike 2 at the breaking ball. Fouls that one off the face mask, stays alive at 0-2. And Cody gets a piece of that one as well, stays alive. And that one in there, strike 3. Cody was able to put up a bit of a fight with a couple foul balls, but ultimately goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch skips in the turf, ball 1. Sawada, his last time up, grounded out to second on the first pitch he saw. Already guaranteed a longer at bat this time. And that one zips by him, strike 1. And hits a grounder back to second again. Senecal throws to first for out number 2. Another ground out to second for Sawada. And with 2 down, up comes the center fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. Last time up, Chin got a bunt single. They've got the third baseman pulled in against him now. But Chin swings this time, fouls it off, strike 1. That one misses to the outside, ball 1. And makes contact here, deep one to short, and he's not going to be able to make a throw. It's another infield single for Devin Chin. So Chin having a pretty productive day at the plate, 2 for 2 so far, but has not gotten Brookline any runs yet. Now coming up, the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. First pitch high, ball 1. Sheehan, his last time up, got a single to right. Was thrown out on a fielder's choice later in that inning. Chin taking off for second. Sheehan fouls it out of play. And that'll be strike one. Throw back to first. That's the thing, you know, you take off once, now the pitcher knows you're thinking about it. And another throw back to first. Trying to keep Chin from getting a good break towards second. Takes off anyway. It's a high ball, throw down to second, and they get him in time. Every step executed perfectly by the Capitals there. A couple of pickoff throws to keep Chin from getting a big lead or a significantly big jump off of first. High fastball thrown to give the catcher the easiest time possible, throwing down to second. And the throw just executed perfectly. Chin had no chance. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Capitals in the top of the fourth. La Rosa, Dimena, and Senecal. Leading off for the Capitals, here in the top of the fourth, the left fielder, number 9, La Rosa. La Rosa, his last time up, got a single and later came in to score. That curveball dips low, ball 1. Fastball in the zone, strike 1. Buchholz mixing up his fastballs and breaking balls pretty well so far today. That one not quite what he wanted. Skips in the turf, ball 2. Hits a liner, caught by Sawada. A web jam by the Brookline second baseman. Let's take another look at that. Great leaping grab by Sawada for the first out. First pitch to Dimena. Skips in the turf for ball 1. That one misses inside, ball 2. The center fielder, number 1, Dimena, so far his first time at the plate, singled and scored a run as he takes strike 1 there. His second time at the plate, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. So 1 for 2 so far. Little out in front of that one, lifts it out shallow left. And drops in a single. I wasn't sure whether that was going to drop fair or foul. It drops fair. And Demena gets the 1-out single, his second hit of the day. Now batting, the second baseman, number 2, Senecal. Demena taking off. They throw to first, but they're not going to have time. And Demena takes second. We've seen that before where a lefty thrower might have a favorable pickoff move at first, but if you take off fast enough, you know, not only can you throw off the pitcher's rhythm, you force him to throw to first to prevent the balk, and then they're probably not going to have time to catch you at second. Demena taking off for third, or thought about it and retreats back. Could have made it, but he didn't realize that ball was going to come in low and get away from Doctoroff, and so he retreats back to second. Buchholz steps off the rubber to try and keep Demena honest at second. 2-0 the count to Senecal. Hits a hard grounder, diving snag by Sheehan. He's not going to be able to prevent the base hit, but he does at least prevent a run, as Demena holds at third. Now batting, the first baseman, number 21. I think his name is actually Fangiolo. Bit hard to read. He's got some long hair that kind of covers up his name on his jersey. Senecal takes off for second. Curveball hits the zone. Senecal takes second unopposed. Brookline was never going to throw that one, not with Demena, the speedster, at third. Infield pulled in now with 2 runners in scoring position. That curveball curves in. 0-2 now the count. Fangiolo 1 for 1 with a single, an RBI, a run, and a walk. And he gets him swinging. Breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball gets the K for Buchholz for the second out of the inning. And now batting the designated hitter with no jersey number. First pitch low and in, ball 1. The numberless player, 1 for 2 so far today with an RBI double and a flyout to left. Now batting with runners at second and third and 2 down. That one comes in low for ball 2. That's a low ball 3. Now Buchholz does have a base to give at first. He can afford to walk this guy here, create a force at every base. But that's a hard grounder over to short, juggled by Sheehan, tries to pick it up, throw to first, throw sails, out of play. 2 runs are going to come in on the E6 as the numberless player heads down to second. That was a tough, hard hit ball, and it put the pressure on Sheehan to not just try and field it cleanly, but also after he didn't field it cleanly to try and recover and make the throw to first for the last out to prevent the run from scoring. Wasn't able to do either. And so 2 runs come in. Now batting is the shortstop, number 7. 6-0 now the Capitals lead. Number 7, his last time up, he doubled. Swings and misses there for strike 1. So he's 1 for 2 so far today. He got all the way to third his last time up, but was left stranded. Now up with 2 down and a runner at second. Skies this one out to right. Rosenblatt's under it for out number 3. We move to the bottom of the 4th now. Capitals put 2 more runs on the board. They lead Brookline 6-0. Important to note that in this tournament, the mercy rule is 15 after 3, 10 after 4, 8 after 5. So if a team has a lead of 15 runs or more at the end of 3 innings, the game is over. If they lead by 10 or more after 4 innings, the game is over. If they lead by 8 or more after 5 innings, the game is over. And I bring that up because the Capitals are edging very close to that mercy rule with a 6-run lead as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Gunther back on the mound for his 4th inning of work for the Capitals. And it'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Brookline: Sheehan, Hoffman, and Martino. Leading off, the shortstop, number 7, Caden Sheehan. Didn't get to finish his at-bat last inning as Chin got caught stealing to end the inning. That one hits the zone, strike 1. Sheehan 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one comes in low, ball 1. And he lifts one out to right again. And that's going to bounce past the right fielder. A chance for extra bases for Caden Sheehan. Comes into second, standing up with a leadoff double. Caden Sheehan loving the opposite field balls today. His second base hit to right. This one, a 2-bagger. Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Last time up, Hoffman grounded into a fielder's choice. First pitch outside, ball 1. That one, the high heat hits the zone, strike 1. They say that Hoffman checked his swing, so that'll be a low ball 2. Remember, it's not the hips, it's the head of the bat that decides whether or not a batter checks his swing. And Hoffman just barely able to hold his back. 2-1 the count. But another high heat hits the zone, strike 2. And Hoffman fooled on the breaking ball, strike 3. One out, runner at second. Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Ellis Martino. Martino, his last time up, popped out to short to end the first inning. Takes that one outside, ball 1. And he swings at a low pitch because Sheehan's taking off, and they catch Sheehan by a mile there for out number 2. Brookline tries to get aggressive on the base paths. And it absolutely did not work. I mean, they got about every favorable condition they could have gotten. Low outside pitch makes it harder for the catcher to throw. Martino at least tried to swing to disrupt the rhythm, but no chance. Another great throw from number 6 behind the plate. His second caught runner today as Martino, after that pitch, staring down a 1-2 count. That one just high, ball 2. Swing and a miss, and Gunther, with back-to-back strikeouts, ends the 4th inning. Our score at the end of 4, Capitals 6, Brookline 0. During this break between the 4th and 5th innings, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, this foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can support our town's educators and, through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And as always, you can find all that information in the description section down below. So despite some noticeable action in the Brookline bullpen during the bottom of the fourth, they go back to Buckles for the top of the fifth inning. Leading off is the catcher, number 6. First pitch, it's a hard grounder right at Klein. Juggles it a bit, but now racing to first and just barely beats the batter to the bag. And that will be out number 1. Now batting is the right fielder, number 25, Levesque. That one skips in the turf, ball 1. That one low as well, ball 2. That one in the zone, strike 1. Levesque 0 for 2 so far today with a pair of strikeouts. That one high and away, ball 3. Did he go around on that one? And they say he went around, strike 2. Count is full. Fouls this one off, stays alive. Count still full. And that one gonna miss, and Levesque draws the free pass. Now batting for the Capitals, the third baseman, number 99, Wyszynski. First pitch in there, strike 1. And again, they try to go for a steal, but it's quicker this time by Brookline, and they get the runner. Buckles learning from his previous experience, getting fooled on a play like that. And this time, he wasn't thrown off when he saw it, and so he made a much cleaner throw to first, which allowed Klein to quickly make a throw down to second to get the runner. So good adjustment by Buckles. Gets the second out of the inning. And we go from 1 out runner at first to 2 down, bases empty. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Buckles holds them to no score in the top of the 5th. We move to the bottom half with the Capitals still leading Brookline 6-0. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Brookline this inning, starting with the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. We've got a new pitcher on the hill for the Capitals. Number 26, Lacombe, takes over for Gunther. That hits the zone, strike one. So Gunther goes 4 shutout innings, qualifying him for the pitching win. As that one comes in high for ball 1. Doctoroff, his last time up, popped out to short. Slices this one foul and out of play. That'll be strike 2. Breaking ball does not break enough. High and inside, ball 2. That's a high ball 3. Full count now to Doctoroff. Slices this one foul out of play. And now gets a piece of it, sends it up the middle, charging in. Shortstop makes the throw, and that will be out number 1. Well handled by the Capitals shortstop there. And with 1 down, up comes the first baseman, number 16, Noah Klein. Klein, his last time up, almost had an extra base hit, but a nice catch out and right by Levesque turned it into a simple flyout. Takes high ball 1 there. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. And that one's going to miss outside, ball 2. And that one's going to miss, ball 3. And that will be ball 4, and Klein gets a free pass down to first. So 1 out, runner at first. Up comes the right fielder, number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. First one misses outside, ball 1. Rosenblatt, his last time up, went down on strikes to end the second inning. Lifts this one high into shallow left. That might drop. Sliding catch attempted, could not be made. And that was called a fair ball. Klein misread it, and he's going to be thrown out at second. So after all that, it turns into a 7-4 fielder's choice. I thought for sure that one was gonna land in foul territory. And so even if La Rosa didn't catch it, I thought Klein would still have to go back to first, but ultimately that was wrong. Now batting the designated hitter, number 2, Ben Cody. First pitch fouls it off. Strike one. So it'll be 2 down with a runner at first. That one curves low, ball 1. That one missed, low, ball 2. High, ball 3. Swing and a miss, strike 2. A full count now to Ben Cody. Rosenblatt takes off on the pitch, and it's fouled off. With a full count and 2 outs, Rosenblatt's going to be taking off with every pitch. And Fangiolo's not even covering first. They're focusing entirely on the batter. And that one in there, strike 3. So Lacombe gets through his first inning out of the bullpen. And through 5, our score, Capitals 6, Brookline 0. Looks like Brookline's going to stick with Buckles for a 6th inning of work. Six runs allowed so far, 4 of them earned through 5 innings of work. And again, considering the competition level, not a bad performance for Buckles. I mean, when you consider how rough it started in the first inning, he's really been unfazed and composed throughout this outing. He'll be facing the 9-1-2 hitters of the Capitals, La Rosa, Dimena, and Senecal. Oh, looks like we dropped a couple of frames. Possible my iPhone might be getting a little hot out here. Temperature has been rising as the game has been going on. We're now in the mid 80s in terms of degrees. You know, we haven't dropped too many so far this broadcast, been mostly clean so far, Wi-Fi wise. And so here's hoping that's just a brief hiccup, although it's ramping up on us again. Just trying to let the breeze catch my phone and cool it down a bit as we get ready for the top of the 6th inning here. Leading off for the Capitals, the left fielder, number 9, La Rosa. That pitch low and away, ball 1. Skies this one out to center, and catch is made out in center field by, I think, Rosenblatt, as Brookline's made a couple defensive changes. Or no, not Rosenblatt. I think that might be Martino out in center, because they got Sasho Esch in right, and they got Devin Chin in left, and they got Rosenblatt warming up in the bullpen. First pitch, hard grounder to third, fielded cleanly, thrown to first, and that'll be out number 2. A change at third base as well. I think they've got Doctor off at third, and they've got Martino behind the plate. So in fact, they've got Hoffman in center field. But 2 quick outs. Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Senecal. First pitch comes in low, ball 1. And this one's bouncer over to short, taken off the turf by Sheehan. Throw is scooped up, but just barely. Senecal legs out the infield single. It looks like Brookline had just barely got him, but they say he just barely beats the throw. Coach Busey appealing the call, but they're not going to overturn that one. It's tough, though, because that was a really nice play made by Sheehan and made by Klein. But Senecal just barely outspeeds the throw. Now batting, 2 down, runner at first, the first baseman, number 21, Fangiolo. First pitch curves in low, ball 1. That one curves in low as well, ball 2. That one skips in the turf, and Senecal takes off and takes second. Three and 0 the count to Fangiolo. He's had one walk already today. That one in the zone, strike one. That one skips in the turf for ball four. Fangiolo with his second walk today. Now up comes the designated hitter with no jersey number. First and second, two down. Timeout called as a ball came in from the bullpen, and they had to get rid of it. That one curves in nicely, strike one. Last time up, the numberless player grounded into an E6 that brought in 2 runs for the Capitals. Slices this one high, looks playable for Doktorov. Oh, could not make the catch. Stays alive with a simple foul ball, 0-2. Doktorov just slightly misjudged it coming down. Went off the tip of his glove, and he tried to recover it with his bare hand, but could not. Slices it high again. Klein tracking it along the fence, and he's got it for out number 3. So a small 2-out rally for the Capitals, but they cannot get any more runs on the board. We will go a full 7 innings out here in Northborough. Our score moving to the bottom of the 6th. Capitals 6, Brookline 0. It'll be the 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for Brookline, Sawada, Chin, and Sheehan. Lacombe back on the mound for his second inning of work out of the bullpen. Leading off for Brookline, the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Sawada 0 for 2 so far today with 2 groundouts to second. Shows bunt, lays down the third base line, and the third baseman lets it roll foul. And Sawada bummed out because he knows he had him on the sneak attack if it could have just stayed fair. But a sneak attack like that really only works once per plate appearance. And so he'll likely go back to swinging for the rest of this at bat. That one gonna miss outside, ball 1. That one misses high, ball 2. That one misses low and away, ball 3. A 3-1 count to Sawada here. Fouls that one off, strike 2. So a full count now to Sawada. Fouls it off again, stays alive. Makes contact and right back to second base for the third time today, a 4-3 ground out. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So Sawada finishes what'll likely be his last at bat of the day, going 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts to his own position. And it seems like we're actually going to get a pitching change. So Lacombe goes 1 1/3. And it looks like number 15, Hurlbert, is going to take over for Lacombe. right, Hurlburt finishes his warm-ups. Now coming to the plate for Brookline, the left fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. Chin 2 for 2 so far today with a pair of infield singles. First pitch fouls off, strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count. That one low for ball 1. That's a high ball 2. Capitals have the third baseman pulled in shallow, just in case. They know what Chin can do with his legs if he drops a shallow grounder. That one comes in behind his back, ball 3. Three and 1 now the count. That one hits the zone, strike 2. A full count now to Chin. Hits one right at Fangiolo for out number 2. That's one of those where it's good contact, just the wrong spot. And while that will be 2 down in the inning, I got to say, Devin Chin has really improved his swing over the past couple of years as the Brookline shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan, comes to the plate and swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. But Devin Chin, I mean, 2 summers ago, the first summer I covered him, he was getting on base almost exclusively on walks and bunt singles, as that one hits the low corner for strike 2. But now Chin is able to get swinging singles with a fair amount of consistency this summer. He's really carved out an identity for himself at the plate that extends beyond just being able to lay down a good bunt. That one low for ball 1. I mean, don't get me wrong, Chin is still relying primarily on his legs to get on base, but he's able to do that with a clean swing a lot more consistently now. And that's a swing and a miss. Sheehan fooled by the curve, and that ends the 6th inning. We move to the 7th and final inning now. At the end of 6, our score, Capitals 6, Brookline 0. And we are going to see a new pitcher for Brookline now. Number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. Going to take over for Buckles. 6 innings, 6 runs allowed, 4 of them earned for Buckles. You know what? For an outing at one of these summer tournaments against these higher competition opponents, that's not a bad outing. You know, I was actually fairly impressed with the efforts that Buckles gave out there on the mound today. And I think they've put Buckles out and right in place of Esch. And it'll be number 7, leading off for the Capitals this inning. I haven't gotten a good look at the back of his jersey yet, and at this rate, I might not be able to. At some junctures, I've thought it looks like his last name is Mielo, but I'm really not sure. After him will be the catcher, whose back of the jersey I did get a chance to see after his most recent out. His last name is Righi, Righi. And then after him will be the right fielder, Levesque. Uncle Peter with a question in the live chat. When Sheehan was at bat, when a third out is made by Chin being caught stealing, does that at bat count statistically? And for the pitcher, does it count towards pitch count? For at bat, I can tell you no, it does not count. Sheehan finished his at bat the following inning, and that counted. So it wasn't like he went 1 for 2 with one that didn't finish and then a double. It was all one plate appearance. It's just that the count resets between innings, but it just counts as one at bat. As for the pitch count, I'm not sure. I imagine it would count towards pitch count because those pitches were still thrown, and I can't see why it wouldn't be. But I'm not one of the officials that keeps track of pitch counts in regards to like regulations and stuff like that. So I'm not necessarily the best person to ask about that, but my guess would be that it still counts towards pitch count. Leading off for the Capitals here in the top of the 7th, the shortstop, number 7. First pitch from Rosenblatt, high and in, ball 1. That one catches the high corner, strike 1. Just a little bit over from where that first pitch was and just barely catches the zone. 1-1 the count. That one catches the low end of the zone, strike 2. 1-2 now the count. This one's sliced, foul, and out of play. And so number 7 stays alive with a 1-2 count. That one skips in the turf, ball 2. That one's sliced foul. Stays alive at 2-2. And he chases the curveball low for strike 3. Bounces off the turf, so they have to throw to first. But they do get him for out number 1. So 1 down. Up comes the catcher, number 6, Righi. Tips that one to the backstop, strike one. That one misses to the outside, ball one. And that one dips low for ball two. And that one's low for ball three. Couple of breaking balls getting away from Rosenblatt, and Riggy's not biting on him. 3-1 the count. And that misses to the outside, and that'll be a free pass to first. Now batting the right fielder, number 25, Levesque. First pitch sends a shot out to center. Center fielder was playing deep, and the center fielder dropped the ball, and he's just walking after it as Riggy is going to race around third and come in to score. As Levesque goes down to second on a single and a one-base error. So a run comes in on the error that time. Now batting the third baseman, number 99, Wyszynski. First pitch, he launches a deep shot out to right center, and that's going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. That should bring in Levesque as he was at second. Automatic two bases. So an RBI ground rule double for Wyszynski. Now batting the left fielder, number 9, La Rosa. And that one's low for ball one. And boy, if you're the Capitals, you got to be thinking, man, if we had just gotten those 2 runs last inning, this could have been over. That one skips in the turf as well, ball two. That one does catch the low corner, strike one. That one came in high, ball three. And tips that one, strike two. Full count to La Rosa, 1 out, runner at second. Capitals lead Brookline 8-0. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout for out number 2. Went for the high breaking ball. And LaRosa bit on it, swung just underneath it. Now batting, the center fielder, number 1, DiMena. First pitch jammed for a pop-up, and Sawada's got it for out number 3. So the Capitals put 2 more on the board, and they move into the game's final frame with an 8-0 advantage. And they'll be facing the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Hoffman, Martino, and Doctoroff. Hurlburt back on the mound to finish out the game. All right, leading off for Brookline here in the bottom of the 7th, center fielder number 15, Owen Hoffman. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. That one curves in well, strike 2. Hurlburt going fastball to curveball, mixing his pitches well to start this at bat. And hits the low corner with a fastball for strike 3. Hurlburt off to a fast start with a 3-pitch strikeout. Now batting, catcher number 21, Ellis Martino. Martino slices one. And that'll be out of play, strike 1. That one does curve into the zone, strike 2. Hurlburt painting the corner as well this inning. He's got an 0-2 count to Martino. Swing and a miss. Outside fastball gets strike 3 there. Back-to-back strikeouts, and now Brookline down to their last out of the game. Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. That one misses inside, ball 1. Doctoroff slices that one, foul, strike one. That one again catches the low corner. 1-2 the count. Doctoroff hits a grounder foul up the third base line. Game's not over yet. Count remains 1-2. And that's a high fastball that's way too high, ball 2. And Doctoroff lifts one out to right center, and the center fielder chases it down. And Demena makes the catch for the last out of the ball game. Your final score, the Connecticut Capitals 8, Brookline 0. Well, Brookline forces them to go all 7. Despite not being able to get anything going on offense, their defense showed an improvement from yesterday's outing. A valiant effort from Will Buckles through the first 6. 6 runs allowed, but only 4 of them earned. For a pretty solid inning, solid outing against some stout competition. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Brookline will have their last game of the Summer Classic tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. against Prime Orange in Leominster. And then after that, back to the Lou Tompkins action on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Be sure to stay tuned for all that and more. Subscribing to the channel can help. Thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. Remember, if there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. Also, go down below to the description section of the video where you can find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation, and some links related to me, my personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that and just contact me directly with any questions or requests you may have, you can also see my email there, and then you can also see a link to my Instagram account. If you follow me on Instagram, I sometimes post highlights from my live streams, and I also post the links for upcoming live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Final score, Capitals 8, Brookline 0. From the New England Baseball Complex in Northborough, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.